Is
There it is.
Get out the insurance cards, get out the copays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by
Yo, everybody, it's
drroto.com.
Yola Ride. So let's get to it. Bring the pain!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto on the NFL kickoff Thursday. Dan, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Not too bad, man. A little tired from work, like always, but I'm all right.
Yeah, work to be crazy. I mean, I've had it a little easy recently, but it's not like I haven't been like going around throwing things away, training hard. So it's been one of those things, man. I'm excited. I'm happy. I know we're into it, and man, it's gonna be a hell of a show today. So welcome to the Fight Club of Pain, everybody. You know what we do. We talk UFC, but since the NFL is starting and will be on Thursdays live, I will be giving out a showdown slate lineup. I'm pretty sure when the Pittsburgh Steelers are playing on a Thursday, Dan might be a little more jacked up, I bet, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a Steeler fan. I'm not a Cowboy or Eagles fan, so I'm not really gonna watch tonight.
Actually, Cowboys is like one of your most hated teams of all time. Like
I mean, and you got the cross-state rivals in the Eagles, so
it's just wild what's going on right now with the NFL. I mean, man, the things that the nostalgia of the season building up in Philly. You got Philly weather right now. You have the Dallas Cowboys just trading away their defensive star and Micah Parsons. The defense almost looks like it's in shambles. Is it lost? Is Donovan Iziraku, a player we covered right before the draft, going to save them? I think it's too early for them. I think Saquon Barkley is going to slice them up, man.
I agree.
It's going to be fun. But you know what? You know what's going to be doing some slicing this weekend? It's going to be them fists. Them fists now that the UFC is back in it. And we had our week off, man. And I mean, what'd you do over the weekend? You built some stuff, Dan?
No, it was the holiday weekend, so I mean we had a cookout and we went to a graduation party and just kind of
Yeah,
hung out around the house. Redid
dude.
redid my bathroom.
Yes, you sent me the pictures of that. That totally awesome. I don't even think I have enough time to do all of that. Hopefully one day I will, and that's gonna come when we hit really big on one of these UFC shows like we did, and then instead of waking up to 20 points less, thank you, FanDuel, we're gonna wake up to 20 points more, and we're gonna win 10K, 15K, 30K. It's all gonna be a big wrap. So I know that a lot of people are getting ready for the game tonight. So if we are running long on our stuff, I will pop in. I will give you your showdown lineup. So don't think we're going to be out. So you're getting NFL plays, you're getting UFC plays, you're getting bets, you're getting parlays, you're getting everything right now. All my articles have been out already. So I'm just going to give out what I gave out in those articles because as of tonight, they're obsolete. Why not? Right, Dan?
That's right.
Dude. So what did you? So I know you looked at the card a little bit. Did you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
like this card?
I do. I think it's a fun one.
It is. There's a lot of great fights. Like Gomez, like he has to come back. He got punked last time,
Yeah.
and Emil took it to him. His passive style never allowed him to actually do what he wanted to do,
Yep.
and he looked bad. But now he gets Ruchala, right? I think that's right. I think yeah, I'm right. He gets Ruchala, who's he's coming into the UFC. He's a newcomer, and this is going to be crazy. Ruchala's going to be in his face, but as a free pick, everybody, I think Gomez does win. He gets the decision, and that means that you want to play the money line and parlay. If you think that Gomes might actually have a chance to finish him, I would not trust it fully 100%, and I would play the decision no bet. Man, because that's almost my new jam, Dan. If you think that someone's gonna finish, play decision no bet. If it goes a distance, you get your money back,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Can't
but let's
complain with that.
no, but let's talk about the what we've had going. The soup can of the week has been killing it since the indoctation of it,
Yeah.
and
Five for
I mean,
five, man.
he's 5 for 5. And what I really like about that is on top of that, I've seen the Parlay of Pain actually finally grow into what more it could be as well too. Last week, 4 out of the 5 legs hitting. All, and then on top of the 4 or 5 legs, because we said round robin that, all of the 4 hits, all the 3 hits, all the 2 hits, and all the 1 hits hit.
Yeah.
So again, that's what we're trying to create with that, man. We're just trying to get people money and show them that you can make money out of little things and big things that can happen.
Yeah, this card's going to be a card that's hard to pick a soup can on, man. It really is.
It really, dude. So today I was watching one of the guys. I want to say it was 138 bet. One of the guys, and he goes, he's fighting this tomato can, and I said, I was like, yo, my god, Dan was talking about the tomato cans and stuff. It gave me one of those laughs, and it's why I just really like watching a lot of the other shows as well as doing this show, is just making that UFC community, being part of it, and just embracing all of it and seeing where everybody's at. But now it's our show, and now it's time for us to get what we get to do and get to it. All right. Let's get to the first fight of the night. We're gonna do Patricio Pitbull. I had to echo that. Versus Losin Quieta. Dan, talk about it.
All right, Quieta, he's making his UFC debut from Octagon MMA, and he's on a 5-fight winning streak. He's very big for the featherweight division. He has lightning fast reflexes, and he gives him the advantage for his takedown defense. He throws with reckless abandon, though, if you watch his fight. He uses his size as his advantage, but he doesn't clinch as often as he should.
Yeah.
Pitbull, man, he's coming off that impressive win against Dan Ige. He's now ranked 11th in the featherweight division. He's talented in every aspect of MMA, but he doesn't hold the same threat as he used to. We all have to admit that.
No, I agree.
He'll throw from the pocket. He throws from the pocket with nice boxing combos, and he mixes it up with chain wrestling very well. He has a very high fight IQ.
Mm-hmm. Some of the best, man.
Yeah,
I agree with that, man. So you talking about the boxing and what you just said, the pocket boxing, that is going to be huge in this fight, because Pitbull is going to have to cage push. He's going to have to keep it close and not allow Quieta to use his explosive power. Do you feel that that's going to be one of the pathways to victory for Pitbull?
I think the quality of the opponents that they have fought is the big key to Pitbull's success.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and of course Pitbull, he's just more talented. He's got all that stuff right now. He's got the heritage. He's got the championships. He has the disgruntled, background leaving. So now we get this huge fight. We get it big. Let me run through some of the numbers. On Patricio Pitbull's, the money line distance, yes, is a plus 305. Knockout, second and third round, plus 1,500. Why am I doing this again? Why? I don't even know me. Knockout and sub for Patricio Pitbull is a plus 500. I really like that. Knockout for both fighters, 180 plus. Right over on the Quieta side, distance, yes, is a 170. Well, the distance for the fight is a 174, a negative 174. So if you want to play it safe, again, play that. Decision, no bet on the Quieta side. I feel that he does have the skills to actually finish Pitbull. And because of his explosive and just being powerful and young, exactly what you say, if he doesn't mess up and he mounts Pitbull the way Yari did at the end of their fight, Pitbull's probably going to get grounded and pounded. I also like the distance, yes, and money line on him as well for a plus 112. That's really nice. The knockout in second to third round, because I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Pitbull that fast. I think if a knockout happens, it happens late in this fight. So that's why I'm playing the end. That's my prerogative. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And when I look at the knockout in points for Quieta, it's a negative 220. His money line's a negative 220. So just play the money line. I didn't like that at all. So those are what the numbers are kind of telling us and giving us a lean. Who do you got winning this fight, Dan?
Like I said, there's levels to this. I say it all the time. coming from Octagon MMA, where that is soup can heaven, uh, Pitbull has faced more quality opponents. I mean, he's fought the best of the best.
Yep.
So I'm taking Pitbull by decision.
Pitbull by decision. I love it. I love it, and I think that speaks volumes for both. Again, this is gonna be levels. Pitbull doesn't really have to do anything. He just literally needs to just get on him, lock him down, use his skill the way he did with Dan Ige.
Mm-hmm.
It was like between Yari Rodriguez, all 3 rounds, except the end of that 3rd round. That was practically a slip by Pitbull.
Yeah.
Those three rounds in the first, I'm gonna say Dan was still active in the first 2 rounds of that fight. It was, I think, if I remember correctly, I had it 1-1 going into that last fight or last round, and I said Pitbull needs to go get him. He ended up getting 5 takedowns overall. That's what sealed his victory over Ige, but that was at the end when he just went after him.
Yeah.
If Pitbull does that, he is going to definitely keep this. The time's going to go away 15 minutes later. We're going to get the decision overseas. And right now, I was torn with this fight. My heart is Pitbull. And Kieta's skill is tempting me. But I am going to side with you with Pitbull. And that is why that I am also willing to play the knockout and sub. Just saying that Pitbull went through his levels. But Pitbull's last 2 opponents probably beat Kieta. Well, I'll say Kieta might beat Dan Ige, but he's not beating Yari Rodriguez. So for me, I'm taking Pitbull as well too. Do you think that anything zany other than of decision can happen? Do you think that Pitbull can finish Kieta, or is it just a no-brainer? It's a no-no.
I don't think he. I don't know. I haven't seen as much as Kieta as I should have. Just him fighting in Octagon MMA. It's hard to find those fights.
Yeah,
and,
it is. It is.
I
agree.
I'm just going off of what I read about him. I've seen highlights here and there, so I can't really say.
Yeah, it's hard with these guys. And I know that some people might have access or might have ran into this guy somewhere and been able to see him. We haven't had that luxury, but at the same time, again, reading and being able to listen to other people and then also take that and watch all the fight tape that I was able to find just like yourself and see it. And I'm just going, Pitbull's had his levels. You pulled the Pitbull card out. You took Yari Rodriguez. I'm bringing that fight up because now, like I said, he's got his levels. I'm going with Pitbull, man. That's it.
There you go.
All right. We got a killer of a fight next, man. We got Balaji Oki, who's won us a lot of money, versus Mason Jones, who has won us a lot of money. Man, Dan, talk about it.
All right, Oki, man, he's 2-1 in the UFC since joining last year, and he's 4-1 in his last 5. He's a dynamic striker with a full gas tank, and he's extremely athletic. He has great takedown defense, which he'll need in this fight. He's very active and accurate on his feet, and he loves using low leg kicks. He's good out of scrambles and clinches, but he's not great. Jones, he's on a 5-fight winning streak also, and that includes beating Jeremy Stevens his last fight. He bounces between UFC and Cage Warriors, so we don't get to see him all the time because he fights over there all the time. He relies on takedowns and ground control mostly. He's getting it better at his stand-up, and he lands 5.56 strikes per minute, which is crazy.
That's a big boy.
He has good stand-up defense, which he'll need because Oki is always moving forward. Jones' pressure wrestling is going to be the difference in this fight.
I agree with that 100%. It's almost like it is a wrestler versus a wrestler in a way, but I know that Jones does like to throw the hands and gets the knockouts and everything like that. So it sets up. It's just like, again, it's these cards are getting good, and we've now watched all these people. We've broadened our horizons. We've opened a few cans of soup, and we have learned these fighters. And these are two of my favorite fighters. I like both of them. So when they face off against each other, it is hard, and they are very similar. I do give the striking. I'm going to give the striking to maybe Jones because of the power. So if they get in the pocket, I see that Jones might be able to stumble him or put him at a disadvantage. Oki, that is, if he lands a few body punches or might be able to come over the top with one of his jabs and then a backhand or a reverse punch. And once he hits him, he can then grab him. Of course, when he grabs him and it gets to the ground, that could be another story. Do you think that's the way that it is that a pathway to victory for Jones?
Yeah, but he has to watch out for Oki's speed, man. Oki's he's so fast when he's throwing those punches.
Yeah, and that's the thing you bring up too. Oki himself averages over 7 strikes per minute as well too. Yeah. So you're looking at like these dudes might abandon all chaos of life and might just go to the middle, which would be great for all of us. And just slap the hell out of each other until one of them falls. Right?
Yep, I agree.
I would love that, but man, I could see Oki just exploding right from the go right into Jones to try to get this down to the ground to see whose ground game is going to be better. So I do feel that it is, and I do love the one thing I do like about Jones too is that he does get up. So if Oki's not able to hold him down, Jones is going to get back up and try to throw those blows. So for me, that's definitely a key in the fight. Who do you have winning?
Like I said, the pressure wrestling by Jones. He loves to clinch. He loves to clinch, and he's going to push the faster Oki. I got Jones by decision.
All right. So let's run through those numbers real quick. So on the Oki side, I think if Oki gets a knockout, it's definitely in the first, second round, plus 460. Money line and distance, yes. Because if this does become a Russell Fest, then at the same time, I'm sitting here naming video games while we're talking. It's a lot.
Becomes a WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza. Ooh, yeah. Let me tell you something about that, brother. Yeah, to me, it's one of those things. The money line and distance is a plus 268 for him. And it's just funny that the knockout for both is a plus 150. That's safe. I really think that's safe. The knockout for both is definitely safe. What I do like is that Mason Jones on his side, the sub knockout is plus 300. Knockout second and third round, because I have a feeling that these two are just going to be rumbling and feeling it out at first, even though I still feel Oki's going to be aggressive. I think all the action's going to be in the second round. So second, third round knockout for Mason Jones is a plus 900. Sub in the first and second round for Jones is a plus 1600. I just said that all the action's going to happen in that second round. That is why distance no and money line with Jones is a plus 260. So you see on the Oki side, I feel that Oki's going to take him down, rustle him out, and be able to get a decision victory. But on the Jones side, I like that he's going to go to decision and the distance, but I want a knockout. So my boy Jones is going to knock him out. And that's what I'm going with, and that is why I got it. The sub knockout plus 300 is what I'm doing. Jones is also my decision, man. Woo! I mean, this fight could be fight of the night. Could be fight of the night.
Could be.
All right, let's get to it. So, everybody, if you got our last show 2 weeks ago, we have a featured fight of the night. So we're going to do it. And this is how we do it. In this corner, we have Bernard Saint Denis. Je m'appelle Robert et vous. Ooh, yeah. He will be fighting Mauricio Rufi. Dan, defend your fighter.
All right, I got Benoit Saint Denis, man. He's 3-2 in his last 5 fights, but he's fought the best the division has. He could win this fight by getting back to what had made him a threat in the lightweight division, which is relentless pressure, a superior submission arsenal, and forcing unwanted clinch battles. He's going to chain wrestle his takedowns and fight behind crisp southpaw combinations and make it a long day for Rofi. He's going to close the gap with all those leg kicks and his power in the pocket with that left hand. He's going to look to withstand Rufi's early flurries and get to the body lock, make Rufi work, make him have clinch sequences, scrambles. Those are the keys to his success in this fight.
Mauricio Rufi, a.k.a. Mauricio Lemos Santos. He is named Rufi because it's named off of a cartoon character. A cartoon character that takes another form and goes into a rage zone, brother. Because when I'm talking about Mauricio Rufi, Mr. 12-1, 7-fight win streak, we have a 59% strike accuracy. That's not even it. He's about 4.5 strikes per minute. At the same time, we got the takedown defense 100. He's gonna need it against your boy BSD, because BSD is about to fight one of the best guys that has a great defense, and that's my guy, Mr. Hold on, Rufio. Woo, woo, woo. On top of that, Rufio averages 1.23 knockdowns. He targets the head. 75% of his strikes target the head. His knockout percentage for a fight is a 92%. My client from the Fighting Nerds, Mauricio Rufi, will be singing this song when he wins this fight. Do you hear what I hear? Do you hear what I hear? A body hitting on the floor because a kick hit him in his head. A kick hit him in his head. Dan,
you're retarded. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm stupid. I had that stupid song. I had it set
made
up
me
all
cry.
day. I had the glasses. I went all out for my Fighting Nerds this week, man. And I agree with it right now. Your analysis of BSD is perfect. I have sub 2 second and third round sub plus 1100. Money line distance no plus 257. Distance no on this fight is a negative 280. Knockout for both fighters is a negative 135. At the same time, I think Rufio's gonna Rufio. Hey. Rufio. There you go. There's your Fighting Nerds thing, man. Right? Second round knockout for him, plus 550. Knockout first second, plus 180. That's the early flurry that you are talking about. Moneyline and under for Rufi is a negative 115. Knockout points, negative 170. And second and third round knockout is a plus 270. Who do you got winning the fight?
All right. Even though I like Benoit Saint Denis, I cannot deny the Fighting Nerds, man. My prediction is Rufi by third round knockout.
Ooh, third. So Dan's gonna make me go look. So what I liked what you brought up actually was when you talked about BSD cage pushing. He loves the cage push, and he lets people off that cage push, and he throws that kick. He has knocked a man out with that. And that for me right there tells me that I have everything that I need in both these fights. Because again, these are two fighters we've already won money with. These are two fighters, especially BSD. We've actually been able to bet on him more. So that
he's also susceptible to that overhand left. Look what Dustin Poirier did to him.
Yeah,
put him to sleep with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that Rufi sends a lot of his shots right down the middle, and he brings those kicks. And you brought up that BSD throws kicks too. So this, again, could be fight of the night. I know that we said the previous one could be, but this one really has it. But it can only make fight of the night if it goes distance. It's not going to go distance. There's going to be too much machismo going on in this fight for anything to actually happen. That's why just the knockout and playing the unders, even if you're scared shitless, right? Play the decision no bet. That gives you your knockout and sub for Roofy. You can play it on both because right now Roofy's it's like a, I think it's like a negative 105, but BSD's is like, I thought it was a positive 190. So for me, that spells it out for me. Like I know that something's happening. So third round knockout is a plus 700 for that. So that's just money right there. You got second, you got third round knockout. Let's give him that too. Let's get that up to date. This is why you got to play, and this is why you got to watch the Fight Club of Pain. Oh wait a minute, I already gave you second and third round knockout plus 270. That is my pathway to victory. Everything is positive, man. You're gonna make money unless BSD gets that play. So if you want to cover your CYA, take a half a unit and put it on that sub line and that money line with the other half unit. You're covered 100%, man. Right?
I agree.
Whoa. So with that being said, I do see that the NFL, I mean, we're making pretty good time, and these fights are really, really intense. So I really like it, but nothing's going to be more intense than the main event. In this corner, we have Nasruddin Imavov versus Borrahlo. Dan, talk about it.
All right, Imavov, man. He's number 2 in the middleweight division for a reason. He is riding a 4-fight winning streak, and that includes beating Israel Adesanya. He's very refined and calculated striker, and he wants to control the distance and dictate and make this his type of fight. He uses his jab very well, and he has knockout power when he chooses to unleash it. He has sketchy takedown defense, which is not good for fighting Borrahlo. He's number 7 in the middleweight division. He's 7-0 in the UFC. He's also a fighting nerd. He's a fast and crisp boxer, and he uses his combinations. He doesn't use just 1-2s. He's a lifelong BJJ practitioner, and he loves takedowns and ground control. Has the advantage in the clinch and will throw knees and elbows when he gets a chance to. He uses his kicking very efficiently and very often.
Yeah. And I want to say we talked about this fight I want to say almost every show we've done, we've brought this up because of this fight. And then, of course, the RDR and Fluffy fight. This is going to be the winner of those two fights get a chance to fight Shaiman, right? So Hamzat is waiting for this. And dude, if RDR gets this, you're going to be like, why, Rob? Why did you have to give that man any kind of good confidence? But I'm not worried about RDR right now. Honestly, I think Borrahlo wants this, but Imavov feels disrespected. He feels that that he should have got that shot.
I think he should have.
Yeah, you said that. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I said it 2 months ago that he should have had the shot before Chimanov.
Yeah, like that's the thing about it is that people forget that sometimes the first and second ranked fighters just get overshot. You know, like what Josh Van did to Roval, he withstood over 400 punches to earn. I mean, it isn't official, but it's most likely going to be the co-main event on December 6th or 13th, whatever that is, UFC 323, whatever one it is. Yeah, I think that's it. And with that being said, we're looking at that as a possible fight, and that's what elevated him. Borrahlo is in that position right now. He can hop Imavov, but at the same time, Imavov literally can he's fought the better competition, of course. Yeah. He has been in with some dogs, and he feels disrespected. So that's why this is such a big fight. But honestly, because of both fighters and the way that they fight, I could see some boxing, I could see some wrestling. I think it goes 5 rounds. I really do. I think it goes for all 5 rounds. because I know that they both have finishing potential, but if I thought that one would get the finish, it would be Kaio. I think he has more finishing potential than Imavov, but at the same time, Imavov is hard to finish. So that there for me, it's a stalemate, right? What do you think about that?
I think it's a stalemate until you get into the clinch, man. I think the clinch is where this fight needs to take place because Borrahlo needs to push him against the fence.
Mm-hmm.
He has to clinch with him because stand up. Imavov is so good.
Yeah. And so for me, the way these were all kind of set up was good because like you do have well-rounded fighters in both of these fighters, but with like the RDR versus, Fluffy can do everything. I really do think that Fluffy gets that shot.
RDR lost to Robert Whittaker. RDR lost to Robert Whittaker. I don't care what anybody says. Robert Whittaker knocked him out in that second round.
He did. I'll give you that. And he knocked him back to life, and that's how he came back. And I think sometimes that's what RDR does, but Fluffy's not going to play that game. Fluffy will finish him. I do feel that I love both. I like all these guys, honestly, but I think Fluffy gets that push, and I think that if Fluffy does beat RDR, will beat RDR, whatever way you want to say that, when he beats him, I think he does it more flashy than both of these fighters, both Imavov and Borrahlo, and that's what's going to get Fluffy that shot. And he'll rightfully deserve to get that if all this falls into place. However, if Borrahlo can finish Imavov, I think that whatever happens in Fluffy versus RDR doesn't mean anything. I think Borrahlo gets the shot. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I mean, with all these fighters are coming from kickboxing backgrounds or karate backgrounds or Brazilian jiu-jitsu backgrounds. None of them really come from wrestling backgrounds like RDR, like all the Sambo guys. So when they get in the octagon with them, it's hard for them to dictate distance because of all the shots, the multiple chain wrestling, and no one is ready for it when they step in there. A lot of these guys have to go back to the drawing board and learn how to wrestle.
Yeah, I agree with that. And that's the thing is where I think like being part of the fighting nerds does give, and all these guys have their clicks. Everybody has a click. I got a click. You had a click. That's what we do. I mean, that's what we're actually, I took a half day tomorrow because we're going to go up to Buffalo and help school train for the next week's SMAC tournament in Batavia. So, and that's an international tournament. There's going to be some big bangers here. And first of all, Mason Boomba's there. Then you have Hayden, which is on Team SMAC. You have Derek for us. So right there, you have 3 top-level world champion black belts on this card. And then you have me in the underbelts and doing what I'm going to do. And last year, I fought a really big dude, and he was for an international team. So this is a massive tournament. I might have 2 fights too because there was another guy actually when I started the season off, I beat the brakes off of him. And when I beat him, I feel he's going to be there too. So I think this is going to be a big thing. I know there's going to be a few other guys in the Kata division and they're not most likely going to fight because, I bring the pain and anybody that gets in that ring with me, I'm going to make sure they get slain.
But Rob Rush. Rob Rush.
Dude, you should see it now. Bro, these people got me boxing. But so I was sparring last night, and I decided to go head-to-head with one of our boxers. He's full, straight up, down, like really long. But he's like 16, 17. He's probably 6'4". He's a 6'4" stick. So I'm sitting there waiting to get in, and I'm hitting him, and he's hitting me, and I'm blocking. But he's got the boxer moves, the dives, and that. And I've been learning that. I've been learning, like, my uppercuts and hooks have gotten so much better. So I'm like trying to get in, bro. I went and did the Rob Rush. He stepped to the side and hooked the shit out of me. I was like, boom. And I looked over and I saw my boy Lenny gave me a smirk. And afterwards he was like, yeah, dude, he stepped right and you went right through and he hit you. That's the thing.
Didn't I tell you that's exactly what I would do if I fought you?
Yes. Yes, you did.
I told you I would pivot to my right and just hit you with the hook.
Yeah. And and you fight southpaw.
Yeah.
So you're already there, and pap, you already got your lead. As you step out, you pap it. I think he might be southpaw too, but at the same time, it was one of those things where there was 2 points in the fight. I went to throw a kick and I couldn't because kicks are part of my combo. So combos, I should say, and for me, that's what's hard when you go different size. So when you talked about the Sambo guys, when you talked about the kickboxing, you talk about all four of these fighters and how unique it is. That's that's what makes the UFC special. That's what makes and separates the UFC both on DFS and on a betting level because you can have a soup can win. We've seen this. Hell, I was betting on super soup cans over the weekend. You were like, "There's something seriously wrong with you, Rob." And I'm like, bro, you got a first round knockout plus 550. Yay. You know, this is what the UFC is all about. It's just fun times, good times, people fighting. I'm fighting. You're fighting. Everybody's having a great time. And that's what we like.
I'm
Who you got
retired. I
winning?
don't fight no more, man. I'm retired.
Yeah. I know. I know. I
Too
know.
old. I'm too old
Hey,
for that shit.
so who do you got winning?
Yeah, yeah. You said this is lasting all 5 rounds. I beg to differ. I think it's going to be a stand-up affair until the 3rd round, and then Borrahlo's going to bring his clinches and wrestling into it, and his BJJ is going to take advantage. And I got him by 4th round submission.
Ooh. Oh, damn. I bet. Okay, let me play guess the bet. While everybody's looking out there, let's play guess the bet. Guess the bet. All right. 4th round submission for Kyle Borrahlo plus 3,500. Let's see. Let's see. And this is why FanDuel and DraftKings needs to hire me. If I get this right, if I nail this, that's gonna be just funny. I'm probably way off by like 1,000. I am off by 1,000 plus 4,500. Wow, plus 4,500 for a 4th round submission by Kyle Borrahlo, right? So we're playing that. At the same time, since you did that, I'm gonna do the 2-3-4 because you could do the 3-4-5 for plus 2,700. I love that. I think exactly what you said. Both these guys are way too good. Something's gonna happen late, and when it happens late, he's gonna be on the side. Now the knockout sides of that are a little inflated. They don't think either fighter's going to get the fight out. So let's run through it. Knockout in points for Imavov is a plus 125. I like it. Money line in distance plus 229. Imavov. Distance is a negative 174. Knockout plus 250 for both fighters. So just play him. If that'll cover you. That will cover you right there. Distance and money line for Borrahlo is plus 141. So that was what I wanted to cover. I wanted to get that. Of course, that leads to the decision. No bet with Borrahlo. It is a negative 104. What Dan just talked about means that you could put 5 units on the decision no bet at a negative 104. If you get that knockout or submission on the Borrahlo side, you win. You're going to win your money back. But if it goes distance, then you're covered. You're covered. You get your money back, all 5 units back, and then you're on it. Knockout in points is a negative 105 for the Borrahlo side. I like your 4th round submission, but I am also agreeing with you. You know I'm a Fighting Nerds guy. I'm not picking against them. I don't care if you say, or anybody in this world says, you're picking with your heart. No, Borrahlo is good. He reminds me of a bigger, stronger version, well, in somewhat it says, of Paulo Costa. They almost have that same chunky little muscular beef body going on for them to where they can kind of withstand things. Paulo Costa is going to be like, I am not chunky. What are you talking about, Tito Override? And he's going to go talk some shit on X. But hey, whatever. That's what he does. But for me, I agree with it. I love the knockout and points on that. I love the decision no bet. I'm playing all of that right there. But if you ask me what I'm going to play, you know I'm playing the knockout. I love to play the knockout. I think if a knockout happens on the Borrahlo side, I'm going to go with the 1, 2, 3. I think that he does it. It's 1,000 easy. Bang. You have your late now round finishers. You throw just one unit on that 1,000. The decision no bet will bring your money back. Folks, we got a great fight. This is going to be an awesome card, Dan.
Yeah, I agree.
Woo! All right, people. Now what all of you been waiting for. You've been waiting for the DFS lineups. You've been waiting for the Parlay of Pain. And you have been waiting for all of your NFL numbers right now. Since the game starts in a half hour, I will give you your DraftKings Showdown Slate NFL lineup right now, right? So, of course, if you read my article, I like the Eagles. I like Barkley as the captain. I'm sorry. I don't trust Dallas's front line, especially after Parsons. We talked about it earlier. There's going to be nothing that's going to stop Barkley. I could see him scoring 2 touchdowns in this game. Definitely going over 80. 110. 110. When I did my write-up for my bets, and we'll get to those bets for this game too. So we're going to do Captain Barkley. We're going to go Hurts, Devontae Smith, Aubrey, Eagles defense, Elliott. I don't want anything on the Cowboys side. But I was nice enough to actually make a Cowboys lineup. So if you want to go with Ferguson as your captain, I don't even know why they got Ferguson at $5,000. Like, okay, I'll take him. He catches 3 balls. If he catches 1 touchdown, he's going to be low and he gives you a lot of salary. He allowed me to get Barkley, Hurts, Prescott, Goddard, and Elliott in my lineup. That's two DK lineups. And if DK wants to get mad at me because I'm out here just giving out, look at your contests. They're all trains. I'm sitting here, it's just me and my one little lineup against Saber Sim, against this Sim, against that Sim. It's just me, little heat override, and we're trying to bring the pain, and we're facing 150 lineups stacked, right? That's it. But let's get to it. Let's give you a FanDuel lineup. Oh, a FanDuel lineup? Sure, why not? Let me run it back. I'll give you one of my FanDuel lineups. Ferguson as your captain, Barkley, Hurts, Williams, Prescott, Pickens. It's a little switch up. If you see what I do, I play each side of the thing. What do you think? You got the Eagles winning? I know you don't care about either team, but do you think Dallas has a shot?
I think I think they have a shot. I think they have a good offense, but they have a terrible defense.
Yeah, and for me, that's why. Eagles win 34-13. I don't care. I'm disrespecting Dallas.
I can see it.
All it takes is that front line, right?
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And it doesn't matter that they lost Sweat. Carter's up in there. So I'm going to give you guys my write-up that I had for Thursday night. So this is what it is. Barkley, first quarter, Barkley, 10 alt receiving yards, -188. Barkley, anytime touchdown. If you caught that, it was a +100 for their game day decision. It's a -210. Could be different right now. Barkley, 110. Alt rushing and receiving is a 138. I love 4+ catches for Pickens. Do that on the alt line so you don't have to deal with the 4.5. Catches 4, get your thing. Elliott, if you listen to my score, will score over 7.5 kicking points if it is 34-13. Also, Prescott, love the 225, -188. Jalen Carter, sack, +134. How is Jalen Carter, who normally gets these sacks, the +134? Because Nolan Smith is a -114. Love them both. And if you go, FanDuel will let you parlay that together for a +238, I think that was. Barkley anytime touchdown in the first quarter is a +360. If you take this, what I'm about to say, A.J. Brown, 15 yards, first quarter, +108. CeeDee Lamb, 15 yards, first quarter, 114, negative. Jake Ferguson, 10 yards, +158. If you do those 4 as a parlay, it's a +4,578 people. I'm giving you a 4,578 parlay that could smash in the first quarter, and you could take all of that money, and you could bet on the rest of the game, and you could bet on these UFC bets that we're about to talk about, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Dude. All right, so let's get you your DFS lineup out of the way.
All right.
Do that. So as soon as it wants to load, and
I did make one.
You made one? Oh,
yeah.
Spit it, brother.
All right, I got Borrahlo, I got Oki, Craig, Gomez,
Okay.
Saint Denis and
Okay.
Tavares.
Okay. I like the Tavares play. That fight could easily go. There's going to be a lot of action in that. The Saint Denis, you're getting the 5 rounds, and this is where you're going to need him to go 5 rounds because then he can get enough points to actually accumulate a lot of those points. I like it. I love that lineup. It definitely it's off kilter. A lot of people won't be on Paul Craig because of the way Paul Craig backs up when he's getting a rush. Like this dude comes. It would be like a wimpy version of me, like, oh, bring the pain, and I'm beating myself up, and then I go in there, itty bitty wiki pie. That's not happening. And
Yeah, but if he gets if he gets a hold of you,
oh yeah, his guillotine. So that's a prop that people can go play, is his guillotine prop because I back that 100%. I'll actually go give it out right now, and this will be FanDuel's, right? Because I feel if there is one way. Other than that, Bukakis is knocking him out. But if you want to do that method of victory for Craig by submission is a plus 500, and I don't think that it's going to be an early submission. I think he's going to have to work for it. So I did actually look at that. The second and third round submission for Paul Craig is a plus 1,000. FanDuel thinks it can happen. It's one of those things because when you play that and you got the Bukakis first and second round knockout plus 125. That's a great addition. So I really like that you focused on that fight and that fight can really get, because Bukakis does like to come in there and clinch it. And all it takes is if he pushes him against that cage.
Yep.
Paul Craig got him. So, all right. Let's get to mine. So I got, there's both nerds are in it. Borrahlo, Rufy, Gustafsson. I went a little crazy on this one. Trey Waters. I know that Sam Patterson may win this fight. He's the longer, lengthier, but he hasn't fought anybody like Trey. This fight can go to decision, and even if Trey loses, if he can just keep that high volume jab going, he might get his 50 or 60 in a loss, people, or 40. Yeah. And his price is great. So I do like Trey. I also like Sam Hughes. I think Sam Hughes, of course, will be able to beat Shauna Bannon. I don't think that Bannon's crap last time is going to work with somebody like Sam Hughes because Bannon does like to be up front, but Sam just likes to grapple the shit out of you. And once she gets a hold of you, where Bannon's going to be going forward with her little karate stuff, she's going to fall right into it. So I do like Bannon or Sam Hughes. And then I like Rise McKees. So I'm giving you Rise McKees and Waters as your dogs, but I'm giving you Hughes, Gustafsson, Rufy, and Borrahlo as that. So you have your 5 rounders. You got everything. So that's my 5. I will give you a FanDuel DK lineup. So, this is going to be my one. And Rufy's the captain. So it goes Rufy, Gomez, Hughes, Pitbull, Tabira, Imavov. Yes, I came off Borrahlo on that one, but with that lineup to actually get all those players in, Imavov is $15 on FanDuel. So $15 is a guy that can win that fight. This goes back to your Derek Lewis fight, man, where Derek Lewis just showed that he was the better, more seasoned vet and beat him, right?
Yeah.
So
happens all the time.
You got to do it. But of course, I do have my Rufy and I have my Borrahlo fight. So we'll do McKee, Hughes, Tabira, and for Caio Fernandez on that. Oop, if you didn't catch that one, yeah, I just spit 5, right? No, 6 favorites. Although one of those guys, Tabira, is the underdog, if you want to call it that. That lineup right there is my bread and butter. I love that lineup, man. But man, now it's time for the Parlay of Pain. Let's run through it. This is your Parlay of Pain. Hold on. The Parlay of Pain. All right. Leg 1. You're taking this. You're doing all 5 legs, and you're round robin in this. 3 hits 2 weeks ago. 4 hits 2 weeks ago. I've been able to hit the 3, 4, 5 on this. That is why round robining is important with not only parlaying, but also the Parlay of Pain. Hughes, money line, -310. I'll take it. Of course, it was 310 when I got that. Gomes, knocked out sub, +250. I'm going in. I think he takes Boy down, but most likely he'll go distance and just hurt my parlay. But that's why we're Rod Robining this. That makes a 2-leg parlay at the time of plus 362. We're going Bukakis, knockout for both fighters, plus 125. Gives it a plus 941. Roofy, knockout for both fighters is a negative 135. Moves that parlay, fourth leg, up to a plus 1713. Borrahlo, distance, negative 174. Makes the parlay a plus 2755. I have backed up with my finishes, but again, that's a subs only Discord at Dr. Roto. Get to Dr. Roto, use code word WIN, and we will make you our rich friend. Oh, look at that. More rhyming today. Dan, I feel good about this show. How do you feel?
I feel good, man. I feel good.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun night. We got some football. We got football here in 30 minutes. Is there anything else you want to add to this? Is there, what are you looking at? Like,
I kind of want to see what George Pickens does, man. I want to see how good he looks.
A lot of people think that George Pickens is going to be the key to the Dallas offense, that he's going to be that bad boy kind of guy where Lamb is good, but Lamb doesn't have that killer instinct.
Neither does Pickens.
Pickens wants to fight.
Pickens is a headache. That's why the Steelers got rid of him.
That's why Jerry Jones is dealing with him. Hey, that's fine. But
he has great talent, though. He's a talented individual, man.
I've said this about Dak. If he can play a full season, he is an amazing quarterback. It sucks that people wait to draft him in fantasy football leagues, and they get him, and then he's gone. And then there's me with Cooper Rush over here for the last 4 years with my dynasty league, just soaking up the end of the seasons with that offense. And Cooper Rush loves the hell out of Jake Ferguson and CeeDee Lamb. So it was kind of great that I was able to benefit from a lot of that. It shows why depth is key in the NFL, and the Eagles have depth. But their starting line is amazing. I would take Hurts, Barkley, Smith, and A.J. Brown and Gooder. I'll put that 5 up against anybody.
Definitely. But
there might not even. What's up?
I also want to see when's the first time he starts complaining that he doesn't get as many targets as CeeDee Lamb.
Then that's when Jerry Jones trades him back to Pittsburgh.
We don't want him.
I know you don't. He'll go to Cleveland. When something stupid happens. It's to me, of course, people, we know that's not going to happen. But to me, it's one of the, we're watching the Dallas Cowboys. It reminds me of Al Davis. So here's my thing. Al Davis and Jerry Jones have and can take some credit. More so Jerry Jones and Al Davis can take some credit for making their teams win. But they take a lot more credit for helping their teams lose.
Yes.
Unlike the Rooneys in Pittsburgh that have always tried to ride that fine line, and I'm fine with that. People think that is boring football, and I don't care. Because if you can give me an almost 500 team that makes the playoffs or makes multiple years playoff pushes and puts a product on the field that consistently stays the same through the 70s, the 80s, maybe not so much in the 80s. They were a good team, though. But 90s, 2000s, you put that team together, you're talking about 3 out of 4 decades of having a dominant front seven in the NFL. And that while that they're doing this, they win some Super Bowls. Of course, in the 70s, win a lot of Super Bowls. And the Cowboys implode. And we all know the Raiders story. So when you look at ownership is big, and that is why so many people want Jones out. But they're not going to get that. They have to swallow that pill, right, Dan?
Not until he dies.
I agree with that. And that's sad. But even when Al handed the team to Mark, and that's Mark Davis.
No, he's an idiot. That dude's an idiot.
Dude, his haircut, his hair bothers me.
Yeah.
bothers me. I could do a whole episode of things that make me a jerk
Just the
on
just
just
the
his hair.
just the straight bowl cut.
Yeah, like why don't you just get "I'm a dummy" written in the back of that, bro? Because that's what we know what you're doing. And that's why people go, "Oh, the Raiders and Ashton Genty's gonna be rookie of the year." Oh, really? Ashton Genty's gonna be rookie of the year. Okay. He plays for a horrible team. He plays for a horrible team. They're gonna get slammed all year long. The defense is literally only Max Crosby and Jeremy Chin, and I do like Moheg. And to me, they don't have enough players. They're not going to stop anybody, and they don't have enough firepower on offense to even keep up. How's Gianti going to win Rookie of the Year, even with his amazing talent? And I love Gianti. How is he going to win Rookie of the Year when they're constantly behind and all he's catching is checkdowns, right?
I agree.
I mean,
And like I said, watch out for YA Black. Yeah. Watch out for him, man.
As an out, let's see if the NFL has recognized Yaya Black, and then we'll wrap it up, everybody. So you get one more bet. If this bet was said prior to the NFL, well, no, they're after the NFL draft. Dan brought up that Yaya Black, not Derek Carmen, because I was on Derek Carmen's nuts. That Yaya Black has got, and right now he gets opportunity to step in week 1. Dang, dude! Now I want to go look at my Yaya Black sack total. But yeah, let's see what we got. Let's see if we can get future specials, because if we can get a Rookie of the Year,
hey, he made the preseason All Rookie team.
Okay, he did. I'm not gonna even doubt that at all. So we're trying to look for Yaya Black, and if Yaya Black, if they recognize him as rookie, and look, Derek Harmon's a plus 5,000. Derek Harmon, like, I know he ain't gonna win it, but
He's still hurt.
You know what I heard I heard somebody say, and it was another guy that we brought, was Nick Emanuele, if I said that right, whatever it is Buddy Jeff. He said he's going to win Rookie of the Year. I was like, you know what? I can do it. Nope, they still don't have the Yaya Black sack total. But right now, the Jalen Walker is a plus 1,000, and I think Jalen Walker, he was a plus 700 when I got that back. I think Jalen Walker's defensive Rookie of the Year. I just think that he has a pathway to like 130 tackles. It's possible, people.
Yeah.
And 130 tackles, look, Abdul Carter would have to, in that stacked New York Giants front with Lawrence and Burns and Theobald, with all that together, you're saying that he's going to get enough sacks to out-tackle Jalen Walker? And I'm Penn State all through and through. I want Abdul Carter to be that man. But when you go plus 170 to a plus 1,000, I'm on it, man. I like that Ziriaco is a plus 2,000, so I'll bring that up. But Amanda Worry right now is a plus 4,000, so I'll give credit out to that. That, you know, when I heard that, I was like, yeah, that's slick, But I like my guys. I like my Jalen Walker at a plus 4,000. Unfortunately, until Yaya Black somehow supplants or an injury to Cam Hayward, that would be the way he gets in there, outperforms everybody.
Black's
He would
playing
need
in,
at least.
he's playing in the middle. He's starting Sunday.
Yeah, I know, because you know they need him. So that's the good thing about the Steelers. Depth. The best defense in the NFL right now. I can't stop it. Your corners are amazing. You got 2 lockdown corners, and everybody goes, "Oh, we don't care about that." Yo,
And Darius Slade.
that's how Darius Slate and Ramsey
And JPJ.
That's right.
So that we
And
got 3 lockdown corners.
That's right. And so when you roll your nickel, you're going to be fine.
And Elliott playing safety.
I love Deshaun Elliott. That has been my guy.
And Juan Thornhill playing safety.
Woo! We got Peyton Wilson starting in his second season for the.
And Patrick Queen right next to him.
and then Alex Highsmith. How can people? I
And
don't.
TJ Watt.
We don't even gotta name him. We ain't got.
And
That's
then you
why
got
the Jets are gonna get ran, dude. People
yeah.
think the Jets are gonna beat you. I don't see it. They know who Fields is. You're telling me that the Steelers are just gonna let Fields them? What? I don't think so, Dan. What do you got the Steelers winning?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a low scoring game because
Uh-huh.
first throws by Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna say 17-10 Steelers.
Yes, dude. My prediction for this game was 16-10.
17-10.
I'll say DK. And you know what? I thought you were about to talk it up. I thought you were about to say Aaron Rodgers hits DK Metcalf for a touchdown in the first drive, and everybody goes, "Woo! Pittsburgh's gonna hit," and then the rest of the game, field goals, Boswell.
No, but I do think a big tight end Washington's gonna score our first touchdown.
Oh, dude, you think he's gonna score the touchdown? Let's go get. I mean, you don't think that Jonnu Smith or Freiermuth is getting it? You think the third
Nope.
tight end? Okay,
Yep.
I will agree with that. And I'll agree with that for a reason because Washington did, and I've watched him, and he's always been that great backup for Freiermuth. But I think this year, with the way it is, they do have that package for him. He will get open. He'll probably score 2 or 3 touchdowns that way this year. I do agree with that. But for this game, I don't know. I think because of the way the Jets, they're going to need it. They're going to need the blocking. And I know that I love Johnson, but I think that I feel and I know that Aaron Rodgers is going to utilize Jaylen Warren in the passing game. I could see Jaylen Warren get over 4 to 5 receptions in this game because that's going to be the way to beat the Jets front because the Jets defense is strong. They can beat you guys. And they're probably I don't know. They're probably going to put I don't know if they'll put Sauce on DK because Sauce is good, but he's not strong. But I guess what are you going to put him on? Roman Wilson? Calvin Austin? Maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
But to me, you saying 17-10, 16-10, I could see it. But I'll start that defense. I may not start a lot of those offensive players.
Yeah. Nah.
All right, Dan.
No.
That's awesome. All right, buddy. Any last words?
No. Everybody enjoy the NFL this weekend, man. Opening week.
We get a game today, a game tomorrow. We get UFC Saturday. We get opening day Sunday, and we get Monday Night Football Monday. We got
college football on Saturday too, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm Penn State. We're doing good right now. So, one of our that's next week. One of our fighters was gonna go to Smack, but they got tickets to go to Penn State Beaver Dam, so they're gonna be going to that. Not this week, but next week. Yeah. Yep. So, it's just like, whoa! It's that time of the year, and she goes. I go, you got to go to Beaver Dam and experience that. You will never experience anything like a college crowd. And Beaver Dam. Beaver Stadium is one of the best places in all of football in the entire world to watch because the crowd is amazing. We are Penn State. Who's your college team, by the way?
It used to be Penn State. It used to. I used to really like Penn State in the '90s with like Kerry Collins and Kijana Carter and all them guys, LeVar Arrington and all those guys. But right now I'm an LSU guy, man.
Oh, you like the Tigers? That's cool.
Yeah,
I
like LSU.
They've had a really fun team for a while, man. It's college. I think it's like one of those things like NBA. You can just follow a player. Just follow the fun teams, man.
Yeah.
If your team is stinking. If you're Michigan, we'll see you in a decade, buddy. Woo! All right, buddy. Thank you for once again coming through, opening up the Fight Club of Pain and bringing the pain with me. We smashed it again. Only podcast covering UFC and the NFL at once. Live bets, everything, doing it, man. I feel good, man. Thanks, Dan.
Anytime, brother. Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody, and always remember to bring the pain. Ooh, yeah. It looks like my music is not going.
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. And until the next visit, be well and take care.